Let's just get into AFCON real quick, bro. Let's just segue right into AFCON. As I've been going through life this past month, one of the things I've really been taking solace in is watching as many AFCON games as possible. I was really kind of annoyed at the European clubs' attitude towards AFCON once it came up, and like it comes up every fucking year, but like this year it just seemed like all the African players like kind of had it, and they were like, yo, stop fucking talking about AFCON like it's like it's some tedious shit. He's like, bro, like Sadio Mane was like, dog, stop asking me about this stuff. I would trade all my trophies for Liverpool just to win AFCON with Senegal, bro. Like, stop playing with me. It was just kind of dope. And I kind of started watching AFCON just because I wanted to watch Nuhu. Because, you know, I saw that he was starting or whatever. And so I caught the highlights and stuff, and Nuhu was like incredibly, like he was all over the highlights and stuff. And I just kept like watching the highlights over and over. And this is like one of the most, it's like there's barely anybody there, but like just based on like the on-field product, this is like one of the most vibrant, like diverse, like ethnic, like culturally, like I feel like I'm learning new stuff about the continent of Africa and countries all over it just by like watching people on the field. And it's like the same effect that World Cup 2010 had on me. It's the same effect that Euro 2012 had on me.
It's a little different.
I'm just like,
it's a little different because South Africa is obviously like different compared to the rest of Africa, but like culturally wise, but it had that same kind of impact where it's like all the surrounding cultures and colors and food and noises and everything, like it's all coming together. And that was my favorite World Cup, bro. 2010 is goated. It always will be,
bro. So this is crazy, right? Because I'm seeing like so many different shades of brown and black and like white. Like there's Arabs, there's super dark black people, there's mixed folks all over. Like it's crazy. Like you can like everybody looks different, and it's like being black in America. Like black people look all different types of stuff, but like at the end of the day, like culturally, like they're still like black, like African American, or you know, like something American, black American. But like this is like an entire continent full of black people that just act different, look different, their names are different. Some people's names, like some countries, all their names are Arabic. Some other countries, all their names are like native. Other countries, all their names are French. Like it's nuts.
It's completely different too. Like the people on the east side of Africa look completely different than the people on the west side of Africa. Like completely different.
Bro, like I don't want to say who would have, but it's kind of crazy to look and watch a game that's okay, this is Africa, and one country, like their names are French and like native, and the other country, like their names are Spanish and Portuguese, and you're like, what? And they look completely different from how these guys look. And some countries get there and they're all tall and like slender, and some of them are like short, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's nuts because I don't know, Africa is never like portrayed as like being culturally diverse here in America. So it kind of just like opens your mind a little bit more, because like it shouldn't be this big of a deal, but it kind of is for me. And not just that, like the colors, bro, like this is the first international tournament I think I've ever seen where like I'm in love with most of the jerseys, most of the colors, most of the kits. Right. Now you know when you watch that, like most, like if it's an African country, most likely they're gonna have green, red, and yellow in their kits. Like Cameroon's kits are incredible. Mali's kits are like everybody's kits are on fire. I love it. I love the colors. And honestly, looking at like a lot of the fans and stuff like that, it kind of does take me back to World Cup 2010, because there's a lot of the vuvuzelas. There's so many colors and some costumes and just people singing and dancing and flags everywhere and painting. You know, it kind of feels almost not really like a festival, but it just feels like a celebration at the same time that I'm watching.
Man, you're getting me like hella excited to start diving into it more. I will admit, like I haven't been able to catch much at all. last semester of school, we're almost out, but I mean, I got classes a lot of times during these
Let's
games.
get it.
Home stretch. But yeah, bro, like I was keeping up with some of the Arsenal player highlights. I got to shout out to my boy Nicolas Pepe. He's absolutely killing it over there at AFCON, bro. He's scoring some bangers. He's making people remember who he is, bro. So I'm glad these players have this platform to remind the world just how great they are, bro. I've been saying, bro, Pepe, it's outrageous Pepe doesn't play for Arsenal, but we don't have to get into that.
Well, I was gonna say Ivory Coast is a lot weaker now than it used to be in the past. Like Ivory Coast had like a golden generation with like Kolo and Didier Drogba and Yaya and like even Gervinho and stuff.
Gervinho, bro. Like I feel like they always got weird wingers, bro. They always have wingers.
Well, it's weird because now, like Ivory Coast, I mean, the only recognizable names really are, you could say Franck Kessie and of course Nicolas Pepe, and I'm probably who Sergio Aurier as a point.
Yeah.
But it's ironic. It's kind of crazy to me because I would have never guessed that Nicolas Pepe would be one of the people kind of dragging Ivory Coast like up through stuff, and I guess that's another aspect of AFCON that I'm really coming to appreciate. You can see the narrative shifting. Like this is a big tournament in a different way. Like you can see narrative shifting. Ghana was one of the most lethal African teams for the last 20 years. Got knocked out by a tiny island nation at the exact same time that their worst rivals in the world, Nigeria.
Ghana was favored, weren't they? Weren't they like one of the favorites to win it all going into it?
Ghana's always one of the favorites. Ghana's been sick. I mean, they knocked out the USA in like 2 straight tournaments, and I think the USA finally did them in the last one. But they've always been lethal. And Nigeria owned the 90s, but like, and they even had like this legendary youth team in the 2000s or whatever. But they never got it together internationally. But somehow, some way, Nigeria is like efficient. Like they're not looking incredible, but they're being efficient. Same thing goes for Northern Africa. The 2 giants, Algeria and Egypt. Egypt has been on a downward swing for a fat minute, and Algeria's just been winning. Algeria's won 2 AFCONs? I don't know when they last won the last one, but it's been pretty recent. And Algeria's again, just like Ghana, one of the favorites. And I think they're out already. Like they got knocked out, and that's crazy because Algeria's been at the last couple World Cups, like showing out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's interesting, man. Cameroon was on a downward swing, and I because of Nuhu, I'm watching them, and I like how they play. I actually legitimately like them. I think they could go far. Senegal, Senegal is probably one of the most boring teams in terms of like scoring goals, but I think Senegal is like a hidden gem in terms of their defensive ability. Like there's all types of, like, I think everyone thinks AFCON is like rough and tumble, sprint this way, sprint that way, but no, this is like tactical, like stuff like this like looks incredible. Like the tactics are so different that like it's kind of mind-blowing. The soccer kind of doesn't really come off in the same way. Like it's not necessarily the best quality in the world, but like going back to Senegal, like they are probably like one of the best examples of a defensive team, a defensive international team that I've seen in a while. Like everyone always wants to talk about Italy in terms of defense, or like, I don't know, Brazil's defense has been like pretty good in the last few years, but like these guys play good ass defense, man. Like there's a lot of hidden gems. So I feel like AFCON is definitely a tournament that people need to check out. I feel like you're gonna find all types of different styles when you watch them. I think you're gonna find a kit that you love to look at. As long as you like red or green, you're gonna find something. Even if you like blue, if you like Brazil, Gabon is there. Like I don't know, man. I'm definitely falling in love with this tournament, bro.
Yeah, did you hear all that controversy with them, with Aubameyang and I forgot the other guy, but they were saying, I don't even remember what they were saying. They were complaining about pay or something. I don't even know. It's a whole mess. There probably are a lot of political issues, going on at the AFCON too. There internally with the programs, but that whole thing's ridiculous, bro. I mean, it's a privilege to play for your country. That shit should just be free. Like you just want to
Bro,
do that.
honestly, I don't know, man. Now it's kind of becoming like some like an issue to me that AFCON isn't really available to watch like that. Like it's on beIN Sport, but I don't know, man. It's just a completely different vibe, bro. It's like football on vacation. Football's become so corporate
Right.
and like just shoved down our throats, and it's just like so like fake. Like I don't want to say fake, but it's in our faces all the time. It's monetized. Everything's money, 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 money,
No,
money.
it does
It
feel
exists
fake.
to make
Like
money now.
I get what you mean though, because I mean, I think Hugh Wizzy kind of talked about this a little bit too, and I think he was talking about the NFL, right? And he was saying it's not a football league anymore. It's a entertainment. It's sports entertainment. That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
sports entertainment, and that's very much what Europe has become. American sports has always been that way. So I mean,
yeah.
it's not like that, but like Europe in particular, because Europe grew up on these roots of like it's all about
History. It's all about
the
the club.
history,
It's
the
all about
people of
where
the
you're
city, the
at,
town, the
who they
culture they bring to their
represent.
team. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of disgusting the more and more we go through this new money era of football and stuff just keeps getting pushed in your face, especially as an Arsenal fan. It's like, oh, we have this new kit we're going to drop, or we're going to target this player and this player. And what can we do to, well, we have this HBO Max series coming out now or Amazon series. And
Yeah,
you kind of lose sight of the real core of, like for me, it's like playing on the beaches of India, like randomly, like random people come up and then we'll just start a game when I go to
yeah,
visit my family over there. Like that's what the game's about. And to me, it sounds like AFCON's kind of bringing those feelings back for you. So I'm excited, bro. You're getting me excited. Like I want to go
yeah,
watch
bro.
the
It's
next game for AFCON now, bro.
you're right. Nah, bro, you're right. It definitely is bringing those feelings back for me. I think, like I said, probably the first tournament since what World Cup 2018 that I feel like there's a tournament that kind of captured the essence of just like what international football kind of is, and like even though obviously every bit of football is kind of like corrupt and like inundated with money, I think the advantage that international football will always have is that it will almost always feel like more pure, if that makes sense. The Euros have kind of lost that in the most recent years for me. Like they even that is like around the clock, but like
I would
it seems
agree.
as though AFCON 22 has like captured that kind of joy that has been kind of been missing recently.